let's dive into the concept of declarative programming and explore what makes a language declarative. A declarative language. What are we talking about? You might be wondering, what does it mean to declare something in programming? To make it simple, a declarative language is one where we specify what we want to happen, but not how it should happen. And SQL, structured query language, is a prime example of a declarative language. When you write a SQL query, you specify what data you want to retrieve, insert, update, or delete without detailing how the database should carry out these operations. In SQL, structured query language, whenever we write queries like select asterisk from employee, with this query, we are asking for all the data from the employee table. We don't specify the steps the database should take to retrieve this data. That's why SQL is a declarative language. We declare our desired outcome. On the other hand, imperative programming specifies how things should happen. It's about giving step-by-step instructions to achieve a result. With imperative programming, you define each action the system must take. To clarify this, let's use an analogy. Imagine you want a pizza. In a declarative scenario, you call a pizzeria and simply say, I want a large pepperoni pizza, and they deliver the pizza to you. You don't need to know how the pizza is made or the steps involved in the process. This is like SQL. You state what you want and get the result without worrying about the process behind it. But in an imperative scenario, you're making the pizza yourself. You follow a detailed recipe, make the dough, prepare the sauce, slice the pepperoni, assemble the pizza, and bake it. Here, you control every step of the process, similar to how imperative programming works. Now, saying SQL is a declarative language, we might write a query like select asterisk from employee. This statement is clear and straightforward, specifying that you want to retrieve all records from the employee table. Let's break it down with what, how, and outcome. First, what it does, the query will fetches all columns and rows from the employee table in the database. Then how it will works. Behind the scenes, the database engine figures out the best way to execute this query. It handles all the complex operations such as scanning indexes, filtering data, and optimizing the retrieval process without requiring you to specify these steps. And lastly, outcome or result, we will simply receive the complete data set from the employee table as requested, without needing to know the internal workings or procedural steps involved in fetching this data. This encapsulates the essence of declarative language. You declare your desired result. Select asterisk from employee and let the system handle the execution details. In other hand, Java, JavaScript, Swift, and so on are imperative languages, which requires you to specify all the steps to read and process the data, defining how it will happen. Interestingly, some languages like Python can be both declarative and imperative. In Python, you have the flexibility to write high-level statements that specify what should happen, as well as detailed instructions on how things should happen. Like when we want to use it as a declarative language, we can do so by using list comprehensions or the pandas library to manipulate data. And for an imperative language, we can write a function to manually process and filter the data. Declarative programming is powerful because of its simplicity. You can be more productive since you focus on what you want to achieve, not on the intricate details of how to do it. However, it may lack the flexibility and control that imperative programming provides. Imperative programming, while more complex, allows for more detailed and customized control over the processes. So, in summary, declarative language is about specifying what you want, leaving the how to the system. Imperative programming is about detailing how to achieve your desired outcome step by step.